Hey guys, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. Today's video is going to be a doozy. No, I'm just playing. This video is going to be all about protein treatments and moisture. It's very, very important. It's one of the most misunderstood topics in the hair care industry. Why? Because people abuse it, they don't use it correctly, they don't follow the directions, and then they wonder why automatically their hair care troubles have begun instead of being solved. So this video, we're going to talk a little bit about protein treatments. As you guys know, if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And also, if you are on my live, please don't forget to thumbs up this video. Or if you're watching it on the replay, please don't forget to thumbs up then. Okay, so let's get straight into the deets on this. As the header said, or the subject line of this video said, please do not do a protein treatment until you've watched this video. And while I'm going to be talking about protein, I'm going to also be talking about moisture, but I'm going to give you guys a live demo on myself. I always use myself because I am an advocate of my own hair care regimen to teach you guys. But we're going to talk a little bit about protein and the do's and don'ts of how you are doing this. Plenty of you are doing these things at home. Plenty of you have purchased my product, which is our reconstruction system, where you are doing it at home. And if you don't do it correctly, you can create an environment of being bald-headed. No. You can create an environment of shedding. You can create an environment of dry, brittle hair, which is what we want to eliminate. So hence the reason why I decided to do this video this morning. So let's chat. I am going to show you guys what our new Elite Super Reconstruction Treatment System looks like. So this baby here is the Reconstructor. This is the protein. And if you guys notice, it has a number 1 right here. Okay? Then we have the Replenishing Conditioner. If you've noticed, it has a number 2 right here. So whenever you see things that are a Sept and they say 1 and 2, technically that means that they need to be used together. Okay? So you need part 1 and part 2 for this to actually work. Okay? But does that mean that the bulk of your work is complete? Does it mean you have nothing more that you have to do? Absolutely not. So I'm going to go through word for word, tip for tip on how to actually do a proper protein treatment using my 78 strands of hair. I love that joke. Using my head of hair for you guys to really see how this should be done. I get this question a lot, or I get the question where people have now made the mistake and they are trying to backtrack. So before I do that, I need everybody that's on my live right now. It's 165 of you on here. If everybody could close their chat and go and thumbs up this video, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Close your chat, thumbs up the video. Okay, let's do that. I need to get to at least 75. Okay, I think I can get to at least half. I'm giving out good deets for the free coin. Okay, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to give you guys a coupon code that you are able to use to get whatever you need from the Elite website. Hey, ow. So that means you got to stay tuned. And I got a promotion. So you got to stay tuned for all of these good things, right? Okay, good. All right. So I'm going to take you guys over here to the shampoo bowl if I don't plug out my system first. And before we get started, I'm going to go over the products that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to tell you the reasons why I'm going to actually be using these products. Not because I'm a product company, but because there's actually things that you have to do in a protein treatment before you actually do the treatment and after the treatment is done. Okay? It doesn't just go magic, boom, shedding has stopped. Wow. Okay? No. There are things that have to be done with any protein system, whether it be mine, whether it be one you got in the store, whether it be one your cousin or your aunt gave you, whatever. There are things that must be done before a protein treatment can be done and after a protein treatment can be done. Leah J, there is a bundle. It's on the site. It is the Super Reconstruction Protein Treatment. It comes with both protein and the Replenishing Conditioner, and it's at EliteHairCareUSA.com. So it is available. All right, let's get straight into it because I don't want to long this thing out. Let me move this stuff, and then I'm going to just slide you guys over here. I was going to say slide you in my DM, but I'm not going to slide you in my DM. All right. So this box here has the products that I'm going to be using today, which, of course, we already established that I'm going to be using our reconstruction system, which is the protein treatment and the replenishing conditioner. And I'm going to be using our new, I have the ones that I put on the shelf, our new Hydra Strength shampoo and conditioner, which is another very important. And then I'm going to be using our Hydra Strength, which is our new Hydra Strength shampoo and conditioner set. This baby here, baby. This is great for those of you who are high porosity, like myself, who want hydration, like myself, and strength, like myself. So I'm going to be using our Hydra Strength shampoo and conditioner. These are actually on the site already, but it is in the old bottle that looks like this bottle, whereas they're now in this bottle, and it has a slight more moisture content than before. So I'm going to be using all of these babies here, and you guys will be able to follow along on how we are going to get this baby done. Okay. So as you guys know, let me turn you this way. I'm going to just tilt you up so you can see my head. As you guys know, I have a shortcut. I use spritz. I use oils. I do my hair every single week. Why? Because I don't have a choice. It's always dry because I use a lot of spritz. That is my kryptonite. Everybody has theirs. Yours might be you wear a lot of wigs. It might be you wear a lot of braids. Mine's is I use a lot of spritz and I use high heat to straighten my hair because I like it spiked out. Let's go. So when you're doing a protein treatment, you have to start, let me back up. Everybody needs to make sure that they have a pen and a piece of paper to write with because I'm giving out the deets in this video, okay? So now that you have your pen and paper, a protein treatment requires hydration or moisture in the beginning. It also requires hydration or moisture at the end, okay? So it's not just a shampoo, any shampoo. You have to be doing things with a purpose. And a lot of times with hair care, people don't do things intentional. They don't do things with a purpose. You just do it just to do it. Okay? You do it just to do it. Okay? Right. So we are now going to be doing intentional, purposeful hair care. We are doing this with a purpose. Your purpose is you want your hair to be nice and healthy and you want it to grow. Okay? Hi. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. All right, we're back. There we go. So first things first, doing a protein is kind of backwards, okay? It's kind of backwards. Why? Because we always teach to use conditioner. You need to use conditioner, and whenever you're using a conditioner, you use cold water, which is absolutely true. But with a protein treatment, even though it is a conditioner, you do want to make sure that you are using warm water to rinse out your protein. That is very important. Why? Because this product needs to be rinsed out thoroughly. Thoroughly. It is not something that you want to build up on the hair. You want it to treat the hair and move on. But using cold water is going to close the cuticle, okay? Which automatically tells you that you don't want the cuticle to be snapped closed just yet, right? Because you're going to hydrate at the end, so you want it to open up. And then, if you use cold water with a protein, it builds up on the hair. You are creating an environment for buildup. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my water here. Allow this baby to warm up really, really good. And I finally got in my 3/10 of an inch iron that I've been dying to. I've just been waiting real long for this iron to come to me. It's finally here, so you guys will be able to see me use this baby on my hair today. All right. And then while I'm under the dryer, we'll go ahead and do some Q&A. So you guys get to stay tuned for that as well. So I'm going to put the protein system, make sure that all the tops are off. I'm letting the water warm up. Okay? Smells good. Usually protein smells like soy sauce. This one actually smells really good. I made sure that the smell was something that was delicious and not just you know? All right. So I'm going to tuck in my collar here because I am washing my own hair, so we're doing it the hood way. My head will be down. The first thing I'm going to do, because I'm doing the protein, I am not going to use a clarifying shampoo for this particular wash. because I don't want to already dry my hair out even more. So I am actually going to just go ahead and use my Hydra Strength shampoo. And I would do 2 shampoos with Hydra Strength. And then we would do the protein. Okay? Alright, so my water is nice and warm. I have my shampoo ready. There we go. So first, of course, you're going to make sure that you rinse out any type of product that you have in your hair. This is where people neglect rinsing their hair out, okay? If you have gel in your hair, you need to actually use the water and rinse that gel out before you even put shampoo on it. So I am using my water and breaking up the spritz that is in the front of my head. All right. So for the sake of the video, you'll see me stop, turn the water off, turn it back on, only because I'm here and I'm instructing you guys, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and lift this up, kind of towel dry my hair, which you don't have to towel dry your hair, guys, but because I'm doing the video, it's the only reason why I decided that I would do that, okay? So I'm going to start with our Elite Hydra Strength shampoo, okay? Small amount. I'll tilt you guys up just a little bit. There we go. Okay, and I'm just making sure that I really get everything on the head. This is why you want to make sure that you do rinse out all the product that's in your hair first, because you don't want to use your shampoo to rinse out gel. You should actually have rinsed the gel out before you actually shampooed. This is why you start by wetting the hair. And people think when you just wet the hair, wetting the hair just means to wet it so you can use as much product as possible. This is why you guys waste a lot of product. You're wasting product on nothing, actually. So this is why it's very important that when you first start wetting your hair, you are wetting it to get any type of excessive product out of the hair. Then go into your beautiful shampoo. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and rinse this out. And then you guys will see me continue on. I'm not going to look up for a second. I'm just going to rinse this part out. And then we'll do another Hydra Strength shampoo. And then we will do our protein. I can't stand this sink. All right. We're going to do another shampoo, an even smaller amount of the Hydra Strength shampoo. Now, this shampoo is going to set a lot more. Why? Because we just did a preliminary shampoo. We just cleaned our hair. So now we are really just getting into the goodness of this hydration here. If you are low porosity, Moisture ELT will be your go-to. If you are high porosity, Hydra Strength will be your go-to. And I know a lot of you are like, oh, don't use your nails. I use my nails. It's my head. And the good thing with Hydra Strength is it actually loosens up that hair on contact, so it's already starting the detangle process. But we're still going to do a protein, so that doesn't really matter all the time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and squeeze out the excess water from my hair. Y'all don't judge me. I actually do have hair to squeeze out. And then we are going to towel dry our head. Okay? High porosity means highly porous hair. How you know your porosity? porosity test. Okay, so you guys can see my hair is nice and clean. It actually already feels hydrated, which is good. You don't want dry hair doing a protein treatment. If you are high porosity, Hydra Strength is going to be your go-to shampoo and conditioner. It has an equal balance of moisture and strength, but it doesn't overpower the hair with moisture. Then if you are low porosity, you are going to use the Moisture ELT. This has a higher moisture content, and it's going to make the hair nice and soft. Okay? Yes. Yes, my sister. Okay. So now that we have done the shampoo, if you guys notice, I towel dried my hair. You don't see water dripping down my face. This is a very important step. If you do not towel dry the hair, you are going to basically waste all of your good protein. We are talking luxury. We are talking platinum here. This is the Bentley. You don't want to waste it, okay? So you want to make sure that you towel dry your hair, still allow it to be moist, but you don't want the water dripping in your face. If I can stand here and talk to you, that means that I've towel dried enough because there's no water just dripping down my back. You're going to take your protein, okay? And I always like to shake up my protein treatments because there are little things, there's different ingredients and products that do need to make sure that they are really put together. It's very important. Okay, I'm one of those, I'll even do it with my shampoo. If something sits for too long, it starts to settle and everything starts to separate. So it's very important that you shake it up, okay? You're going to take your protein, and it is a liquid, so you are going to then pour it into the hand. I am only using that much at the beginning and put that baby over my head, okay? And then I'm going to distribute that all over my head, okay? I'm not going to just, oh my gosh, I only touched this part, so I'm just going to go back and use a whole bunch. No, distribute it all over the head first. And then if you have little dry areas, you can take another very small amount, which is no more than a quarter size. Rub that baby up, and now rub it everywhere else. Okay? And then if you noticed, I just went ahead and slicked my hair back. I wanted to stabilize my hair. If you are natural or you have a large density of hair, of course, you're going to use more product than I did, but you still want to be sparing. This is something that I tell people all the time, not because you're trying to be cheap, but keep in mind, this is product, and the more you waste, the more you're going to spend. And a lot of people do waste a lot of product because they don't know how to use them. Okay, so at this point, I have put my protein treatment on. I am now going to take my comb and do not a damn thing with it. Put the comb back. People think that everything you put on your hair that says conditioner, that means that you need to take your comb and comb through it. This is not a detangling treatment. This is a strength treatment, and just combing through is now adding even more stress and tension on the hair. So take your comb and put it back at the sink. You're not ready for that yet. That is another common mistake that people make. Okay? So I'm going to take my towel, because I should have had one around my neck anyway, but because I'm doing it the hood way to myself, I did not. Okay? And we are going to go over to this bad baby over here, which is called the dryer. So for those of you that do not have a hood dryer at home, that is a very good investment and is a very cheap investment, because hood dryers are about $30 to no more than $40. You can put it on your table and keep it for yourself and your children. Treatments need heat, and it needs diffused heat like a sit-under dryer. So I'm going to bring you guys over to the dryer with me. We'll do a little bit of Q&A in between the time of me sitting at the dryer, and then we will come back and finish up our protein treatment. So you guys, come on. Let me turn this baby on. Now, how long you'll be under the dryer is going to be dependent on how much hair you have. Okay? I only have about 16 strands of hair. I always crack myself up with that joke. No, I have a shortcut. So I'm not going to be under here for as long as someone who has hair down their back. I'm not going to be under the dryer for as long as someone who has a big fro, okay? So I'll be under here for no more than about 5 to 10 minutes. And how you know when it's time to come out, the hair will be nice and crunchy. It's supposed to be crunchy with a protein treatment. Pro tip, how you know when it's time to come out, if you feel around the head and as you're touching it, it feels nice and hard, you've done your job and you can now come out. Someone asked, can you use a dryer cap that attaches to a handheld dryer? Yes, But I'm going to be quite honest, that heat is so high, you're not going to want to. So I definitely say make the investment of getting you a hood dryer that you can sit under. It's not very expensive. And the amount of time that you're going to spend ordering the attachment for the blow dryer, you could have just went to Walmart and bought you a hood dryer. And hood dryer meaning hood. Not what up, hood. Not okay, so let me be clear. All right. So my dryer's on. It is nice and warm. It does need to be a warm dryer. No cool dryers here. Warm dryer, okay? 10 to 15 minutes of warmth is not going to hurt you. It's actually going to be very, very good for your hair, and your hair will appreciate you. So I'm going to go through and answer any questions that I see in regards to what we're doing today. If you have any hair care questions in regards to a protein or how to do the hydration portion of the protein, you're definitely welcome to ask. How do you feel about cream-based protein treatments like a keratin 2-minute reconstructor? So ME, protein treatments are broken down into two different types. There is the actual protein that is raw protein, and then there's something called silk protein. Silk protein is creamy. It looks like a conditioner. So it's not a full-on protein. Whereas if you notice, when I did our protein treatment, it is a liquid form that sits on the hair and you allow it to dry. Anything that contains a cream, you do not want it to dry on the hair because it is just going to act as a builder. It's just going to build up on the cuticle and it's not going to do what it needs to. Silk protein needs a processing cap because you are steaming it. Whereas protein, you sit under the hood dryer with no processing cap. I do not have on a cap whatsoever, okay? So I hope I answered your question. I have mixed porosity on the sides and top. How will I use the correct product for my hair? You are going to do whatever the majority of your head is. That's how you do it. You're going to cater to what the majority is. The majority rules. If about 70% of your head is low porosity, you're going to cater to the fact that it's low porosity. It's never a 50-50. So whichever one you have more of and which one has more hair involved. Where are proteins work for a person that has asthma? Well, the protein system itself, if you're talking in regards to like the smells that might induce your asthma, it's not really a strong smell, but you definitely would need to test that out on yourself. Unfortunately, I'm not a physician to be able to tell you that. Miss Queen, you'll need to just put the question back on the chat. Hey, Crystal, can protein treatments be used on transitioning hair? That is the hair that needs it the most, actually. Transitioning hair breaks with the snap. Color treated hair breaks with the snap. Relaxed hair breaks with the snap. Now, does that exclude you when you're natural? No, it doesn't, because you do a lot to your hair as well. Okay? You do a lot to your hair as well. So you definitely, everybody, low, medium, or high, can do a protein treatment. Let's see. I need help with my daughter's hair. Mom put a relaxer on it. And now she's losing hair. Please help. So, Ines, protein will be your go-to. But keep in mind, whatever hair is shedding, it has to run its course. You can protein that baby to death. You can protein. But if the body is trying to rid, or your head is trying to rid itself of whatever hair is damaged, then that hair has to run its course. But in the interim, in between the time, you can use the protein to help re-strengthen the hair that possibly is going to remain. And in the other parts of it, just continue with moisture to allow that hair to now get rehydrated and reacclimated to what's going on. But that's the problem. When you overprocess hair, which possibly is what may have happened, that can possibly happen too, and it has to run its course. I have very dry hair. What's the best protein treatment? So if you have very dry hair, you don't need a protein treatment. You need a moisture treatment. So if you're high porosity, then you use Hydra Strength, low porosity, moisture ELT. Yes, if everyone can remember to exit the chat and give us a thumbs up, that would be great. I would really appreciate everyone. If you are new here and you haven't gave a thumbs up, close your chat and go and thumbs up, please. How many times a week can you do a protein? Not many times a week. Not many times a week. Let me say this clearly. Not many times a week, okay? Protein is a Band-Aid on a boo-boo. Do you wear a Band-Aid 7 days a week? Do you wear a Band-Aid when you get a cut? How often or how long will you wear the Band-Aid when you get the cut? Correct. So that's how that works. Protein is a Band-Aid on the boo-boo. It is not something to be abused. It is something that you use when needed. In regards to relaxed clients, it's usually 2 to 3 weeks after a relaxer, and then whenever needed if the hair is shedding in a very bad way. Same thing with natural hair. When the hair is shedding, you'll do a protein treatment, but that doesn't mean you're going to do a protein treatment 6 days for the week. You're going to do it once, and then you'll balance out for the next 2 to 3 weeks or 4 weeks with moisture, and then you may be able to do another. I would not say to do more than one protein treatment in a 4-week period. The system that I'm using is the Elite Super Reconstruction Protein Treatment System, or protein system. It is on our site at elitehaircareusa.com. For those of you that are on here now, the code that you can use to save 15% off on any purchase is code YouTube, YOUTUBE, all one word. Where you go to enter the code is on the checkout page right below where it lists your products. The code has to be placed on the order at the time of you ordering, because I get so many emails, oh, I forgot the code. Unfortunately, we are not making any adjustments, okay? So you use the code on the checkout page right below where you see the summary of the products that you ordered. That's where you'll see enter your promo code. So I hope that's clear. You do a porosity. So Diane asks, which is a common question, what is a porosity? What is porosity, and how do you know what kind you have? So you do what we call a porosity test. I do have multiple videos that talk about how to do an actual porosity test and how to determine your porosity. For those of you that's coming to Boss Babes Atlanta on February 22nd, February 22nd, that is something that we home in on, and we talk a lot about porosity because it's something that's very important. Oh, and for those of you that are in Atlanta, I do have Atlanta appointments available for February 21st. So the link is down in the description box. And also RSVPs for the Boss Babes event is down in the description box. All right, so let's go back because I think I had skipped a couple questions. Nicole, you always talk about protein. How do I start? Is there a light? I have been natural and thick and curly hair. So Nicole, we are talking all about that in this video. So you just got to just keep watching. We've already done the first part, which is the hydration using our Hydra Strength shampoo. And we are now under the dryer with the protein. And I am actually about 2 seconds from being dry. How long does it take for gray hair to come completely? I don't know. My hair is very thick and I have a relaxer, but I don't relax but twice or 3 times a year at the most. So the other parts that's here, I just have very thick, coarse hair. Okay, Michelle. That is your choice, honey. How often do you suggest a protein treatment? Should I do a protein right after my hair is flat ironed? No, ma'am. You do a protein when it is needed, when the hair is shedding, when the hair is extremely damaged, after about 2 to 3 weeks after a relaxer, 2 to 3 weeks after a texturizer. That's when you do a protein. For natural hair, it's a Band-Aid on the boo-boo. You only do it once, maybe within the 4 to 6 week period. You don't want to do too much protein because you can create an environment for brittle and dry hair. Oh, no problem, Dina. I am not coming to Miami. I'm only 2.5 hours from Miami, actually 3 hours. Once a month is kind of okay, but I wouldn't put a schedule on it. Do it when you need it. That's all. Don't put a schedule on a protein unless you're relaxed or have a texturizer. I am natural with thick hair with low porosity. I only have breakage on my crown. Does that area need protein? I would actually just do the protein on the entire head. You don't want to pick and choose where you put the protein. If you're going to do a protein treatment, you do the entire head and done. Please clarify the difference between using a steamer and a hair dryer. So a steamer does just that. It steams. That's like, what's the difference between using a fry pan, and a stock pot? A stock pot is going to stew something. It's going to cook it. Is it going to fry it? No. A frying pan is going to fry it. No different from a dryer. A dryer is made to dry out anything that you are putting under it, unless you put a cap over it to create an area of steam. A steamer is going to use moisture, and it's not going to dry the hair. It's going to add steam, which is also moisture slash hydration slash water to the hair. One dries, one steams. That's it. Let's see. I'm low porosity and protein always mats my hair together and it breaks off. Not sure what to do for strength because my hair needs it all the time. So Samantha, you're doing it wrong. That's why your protein is breaking your hair and it's snapping and it's matted, because you're not doing it the proper way. So you definitely need to be watching this video, because it's what you do after the protein treatment that is very important, which we are about to do in about 2 seconds. I relax my hair every 2 weeks on the sides and the back, but if you're doing like longer hair, it's between a 6 and 10 week period. Thank you, Jewel. What if natural hair is shedding and dry at the same time? You're going to treat the shedding first. Well, let me say it this way. If it's shedding crazy, like crazy shedding, then you'll do the protein treatment. If it's shedding because it's very, very dry and dehydrated, then you need a hydration treatment. All right, so we are going to go ahead and go over to the shampoo bowl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this towel off of my neck because I need to be able to get to the back of my head. This is very important. If you notice, my hair is nice and dry. It's supposed to be dry, okay? It's supposed to be dry or firm. I don't want to say dry like dried out, but it needs to be firm, okay? You should be able to feel it and feel it like it feels a little crunchy. The good thing about our protein treatment is it does not make the hair extremely sticky and crunchy. It just gives it a firm hold, okay? Now at this point, we are still going to be using warm water. This is where people make the biggest mistake when it comes on to protein treatments. They get to this step, they rinse their hair, and they go into styling. That is not how it works. That is a no, okay? So we are going to rinse out my protein treatment that I have in my hair now, which is this one, okay? We're going to rinse this baby out. And then we are going to follow with step 2, which is our replenishing conditioner. This is very important. You need the replenishing conditioner after the protein. Okay? You are also going to need a processing cap. Another very important tool that you should always have in your arsenal. All right. And this water is what? So you want to make sure that you really rinse out the protein out of your hair. It's very important. For those of you who like to leave product in your hair, that is a no-no. Okay, I'm going to still squeeze out majority of the water that's in my hair. Okay. I'm going to once again towel dry my hair. All right. And then I'm going to take step 2, which is our replenishing conditioner. Okay. Squeeze it in the hand. Just like that. Emulsify it in the hand and put it all over the hair. Okay, if you're noticing, I am literally putting this all over my head. I'm making sure that it is evenly distributed and that not one hair goes untouched. It is very important. Okay, this is where we are going to add moisture back into the hair. We're going to rehydrate and re-soften the hair that we just dried out using the protein. As I said, this is a step that people skip the most. Okay, so I just rinse my hands off. I'm going to take my processing cap And I'm going to take my comb. And with the comb, I am once again going to do nothing. I'm going to put that back. You do not need a comb just yet, okay? We need to work on rehydrating and softening the hair first. So you're going to put your processing cap back on the hair, okay? And guess where we're gonna go? To the dryer. So come with me. So we are going to be under the dryer for about 5 to 10 minutes max. You don't need any more than that, okay? The dryer is still warm, 5 to 10 minutes. And this is where you are now getting the moisture back into the hair, and you are doing the moisture treatment or replenishing treatment, because it's very important. You have to replenish, you have to rehydrate. If you skip this step, you will then be like some of you who are commenting on here, saying when you did a protein, your hair is now dry, crunchy, and matted and hard and all this good stuff, and it didn't do anything for you. Why? Because you did not rehydrate the hair, and it is very important. It is very important. Katrina, if you are going to do a protein, baby, you need to do it to your entire head. Just your leave out is not going to help you. You need to be doing it to everything. Let's see. How often do you put protein on relaxed hair? Usually 2 to 3 weeks after the relaxer. Can you get your edges back on natural hair after you have weight loss surgery? That's something that you need to ask your physician. I'm only going to be addressing questions that are in regards to the protein or moisture portion of this treatment, because the questions kind of are all over the place, and this is in regards to moisture and protein, so I'm going to keep it there. So if your question does not regard that, I'm going to just skip it. All right, let's see here. Did I miss any others? After a color treatment, I have natural hair. When should I plan to use a protein treatment? Thank you to, let's see, who's that? Thank you, Joyce, for... Joyce, thank you for the $10. She just paid for a coffee and told me thank you for the lessons. I appreciate you, Joyce. That will go towards my YouTube plan. And I use that to just buy my tools for YouTube. So for the person that asked the question about doing a protein after color, it depends on the level of color that you're doing. Now for me, some of my color services, I will do a protein if it's like a high lift service. If it's like a service where I am utilizing a lightener, that kind of thing, I will then use a protein before I apply my fashion color. Now, if you're applying like a semi or demi-permanent color, you actually want to do the protein first and then do the semi or the demi color, because then you'll end up running the risk of stripping the color and stripping the life of that color. Is the egg considered a protein treatment? It can be. It can be. I don't like putting egg on my hair though. It just leaves this raw smell and I just don't like it. Thank you, Tamisha. Do you use any other monster? I'm going to assume you say moisture after you do a protein. Yes, I am actually using the moisture right now, which is the part 2 of our protein system, which is the replenisher. If you notice, any protein that you see on the shelf has a part 1 or a part A and part B. Part 1 and part 2, because you need both parts. Can you do a protein treatment before relaxer? I wouldn't do one right before the relaxer. I'd actually wait the 2 to 3 weeks after the relaxer and do it. Protein treatment strengthens the hair? Correct. Conditioning and moisturizing the hair is going to rehydrate the hair. A protein treatment will not restore your curl pattern after your hair is heat damaged. If that's a question, correct. If it's not a question, thank you for your input. I've been deep conditioning after protein, then conditioning. Yes. Actually, that is correct, because that's what we're going to do. So we are deep conditioning with the replenisher. We're under the dryer. We're opening the cuticle, and we're rehydrating the cuticle from the inside out. Once we're done, I'm going to go and rinse my hair, and then I'll put on the Hydra Strength conditioner, which is an instant conditioner, just to allow me to be able to detangle the hair, soften the hair, and then go on with the styling. So you are absolutely correct. Is your hair breaking? If your hair is breaking, should you do a protein treatment before I relax? If your hair is breaking, I probably do the protein about 2 to 3 weeks before the relaxer, and then do the relaxer, and then do another one 2 to 3 weeks after the relaxer. But you don't want to do them right in the same time. I wouldn't do that. If you didn't see me answer your question, just put copy and paste it. That means that I didn't see it or I skipped it. As long as it's a question regarding what I'm talking about, it will be answered. May I use a protein treatment for a near bald head? I mean, there's nothing wrong with it if you're using it just to preserve the hairs that you do have. Absolutely. After the protein, do you use a daily moisturizer or oil? I don't use anything else on my hair after my wash day with protein other than styling products. Outside of that, no. Now, if you're one who's natural and you're doing wash and goes and stuff, then you can use other protein like daily moisturizers or other products, sorry. At that point, yes. But for me, no. I don't use anything else on my hair once it's styled. Shanika, that's fine. And also someone else asked the same question. So I have videos on how to determine your porosity on my channel. So just go back and you'll see the headings for porosity testing. And that'll show you how to get your porosity and to know which one or which direction you need to go. After a color treatment on natural hair, when should you use a protein treatment? It's as needed, Cheryl. It's an as needed treatment. I don't do protein after every type of color service. It depends on the client. What age do you suggest to do a protein? Once again, it's a Band-Aid on a boo-boo. You can use Band-Aids on children at age 6. But a child really should not be needing a protein treatment because their hair should be intact. Now, if they're relaxed, then you definitely need it about 2 to 3 weeks after. Is putting egg in my hair considered a protein treatment? It is a form of protein, so I mean, why not? But you'd have to go under the dryer. Not sure I'd want to go under the dryer with an egg. All right, I have natural hair and used to texturize my hair, but hair matted up and tangled really bad every time I washed it. I lost my hair and regrew it. For years now, I've been using protein treatments. That is awesome. Do protein do anything for dry ends, or should the dry ends be trimmed? They need to be trimmed, but it is going to help the ends, but they still need to be trimmed. Man, I need some makeup. Wow, I think I need some real makeup today. It'll be all right. Transitioning hair definitely needs protein. Will my hair mat up again if I use a texturizer since in use protein treatments now? No, it shouldn't mat up at all. That means that you probably need to make sure you detangle it first, and then you need to make sure that you're getting those ends trimmed. You deep condition your hair once a month. Low porosity hair needs way more conditioner than that. You're awesome. I wanted to know, my daughter's biracial, so her curl pattern and texture is different than mine, and she's 11 years old. Can I use protein on her? Only if needed. Only if needed. If her hair's shedding, yes. If not, or if she's texturized, then yes, you definitely can do one at least 2 to 3 weeks after the texturizer. And texturizer is like halfway between a relaxer and natural hair. So you want to treat a texturizer as relaxed hair. So you treat it as relaxed. Don't treat it as natural. I have heat damage that I don't want to cut since my hair is short. Will protein treatment help while it grows out? It will help the new hair. It's not going to help the heat damaged hair. It's not going to fuse it back together. It's just going to help keep it strong until you actually get to the chance to cut it. Do you do a protein treatment on dirty or clean hair? So when I did the video initially, I washed my hair first. So clean hair. Ingrid, the first 2 things I used, the first thing I used was the Hydra Strength shampoo. I did that twice, and then I used the Super Reconstruction Protein Treatment. Now I'm using the Replenisher Conditioner, and then we're about to go and rinse this baby out and go ahead and finish the conditioning process, mold my hair, and come back under the dryer. So you guys save your questions for a second. I am about to go over to the wash bowl, and we're going to rinse this out. If you guys can see, there's steam inside here, okay? So what we did was rehydrate or re-moisturize the hair. Okay, so right now I still have product on my hair, but if you can notice, my hair looks nice and soft. Now is when you can either use your comb or you can wait until the next conditioner and use your comb. So let's go. All right, so I'm just gonna leave you guys out there for a second. You guys save your hair care questions. We'll answer those when I go into the dryer in just a moment. So at this point, you can use your comb if you choose, because the Replenisher does actually soften the hair up enough that you can comb through it. If the hair by chance is still not soft enough for your liking, you can wait until you do your last condition, and then you can do your detangle. And I do not have any hair. What do I have? I have one strand of hair now. After the protein, there's one strand of hair. That's all. Protein. Okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and rinse. Now, with this rinse, you can choose one of the two. You can use lukewarm water or you can use cold water. For me, I'm going to use cool/lukewarm water, okay? Because we're starting the process of closing the cuticle. And then I'm going to condition with the Hydra Strength and definitely use cold water to snap that cuticle closed, okay? So I'm using it's not hot water, but it's not warm either. All right, squeeze out the water. Whenever you're about to put a product on your hair, you do want to squeeze out the excess water. So now we're going to use our Hydra Strength Conditioner. Small amount. Put it on the hair. You can detangle if need be. Okay, even though I only have a little good amount of hair, I'm still detangling, okay? And now you're going to use your cool water. Cool/cold water, okay? And you're gonna rinse this baby out. All right, squeeze out the excess water. Take your towel, and now we are going to towel dry. So we have just completed doing an entire protein treatment from beginning to end. But there's one thing that is missing before I can go into mold my hair. And who can tell me what I did not do just yet? What is the one thing that I still need to do at this moment before I go and mold my hair? Who can tell me? The first person to answer, let's see. What is the one thing that I need to do? Leave-in conditioner. Shanika Williams, please email me your full name and mailing address, and you will get a free leave-in conditioner for answering the question correctly. So Shanika, you're going to email info@elitehaircareusa.com with your full name and mailing address. In the subject line, put free leave-in conditioner, and you have just won a free, where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. You just won a free Elite Hydration and Strength Therapy Spray. So don't forget to send us your mailing address. I like to do that periodically because that tells who's listening and who's watching, right? Okay, so what we're going to do, she's absolutely correct. You always finish your wash day with a leave-in conditioner. Okay, you always finish with a leave-in conditioner. I have two different types of leave-in conditioner. I have the Moisture ELT leave-in conditioner, which is great for natural hair because it's a little bit heavier and it is a cream base. And then I have the Hydration and Strength leave-in spray. This is more like a hair milk and it is a liquid form, okay? So for me, I'm going to use the Hydration and Strength. If you notice, I did shake it up and then I'm going to mist it on. If you notice, I am not right here. I'm not right here. I'm out here, okay? When you mist something, you're doing just that, misting it on. Okay, spray it on, rub it in. There we go. And yes, all of the products that I'm talking about, guys, are available at EliteHairCareUSA.com. Every single one of these products is available. You can also save 15% off your purchase by using code YouTube, YOUTUBE. So EliteHairCareUSA.com, use code YouTube. All right, guys, so I'm going to bring you guys over to my chair. It's mold time. For those of you who have a shortcut, this is an added bonus for you. And you guys will be able to see that. And then we'll go into the dryer. And at that point, we will do some more Q&A, at which you can ask any questions in regards to porosity, moisture, or protein. Cool? All right. So I'm going to let you guys come on over with me. You guys are just moving around with me today. Okay, there we go. Sorry, this baby did not want to cooperate. So what I'm going to be using to mold my hair is our Elite Silk Wrap Foam. These are the strips that I use. They are called Mega Strips. Okay, they come in black or white. Color does not matter. I usually use 2 of these because I have a large head and I'm afraid to admit it. And I'm actually going to cut off some of my sides because my sides are a little too heavy, so you guys will get to see that as well. I'm going to get my cutting comb and my shears. Now, this is not something that I recommend you do if you do not understand hair cutting, okay? Don't play around with your hair. The only thing I'll do is maintenance cuts on my hair because I know my hair. If you do not know your hair, or you do not understand the dynamics of a haircut, this is not something that you are going to be doing. Okay? So please, stop playing around with your head. Find you a stylist. This is not something that you do if you do not understand the dynamics of a haircut, which most people do not. Okay? So, I'm just gonna pin up my hair to keep that hair out of the way. My sides are way too heavy for my liking, so that is the reason why I just do maintenance cuts to my hair. When it's actually haircut time, I actually have my stylist that I go to for my haircut. All right. It's dropping all over my clothes, but I'll just brush it off. Now, guys, this is not something that I'd say do at home. If you are not knowledgeable on how to do this, do not do this at home. I'm only showing you guys this because I do my own maintenance cuts sometimes, but I'm very particular on how much I will take off. And this is not my strong side either. All right. I just needed to take the bulk out of right here because it doesn't lay well. So that's when I knew that I needed to remove the bulk. All right, so what I'm gonna do is take the blow dryer now and blow dry my hair. I do not blow dry wet hair. Okay, so if you have longer hair, I do not blow dry wet hair. That is the easiest way to get more split ends and to damage your hair even more than what it already is, because the hair is the easiest to damage when it's wet. It's the most pliable when it's wet. So I'm going to use a little bit of our Elite Silky wrap foam. Let me go ahead and mold my hair down. And then I'm going to take my comb. All right, now we're going to take our wrap strip. And then I use the second one just to hold this one in place. So I usually fold it in half. And I'll use this for like the first 20 to 30 minutes. And now we're going to go into the dryer. So let me wash my hands really quick. We're going to turn our dryer on. And then I'm going to bring you guys over here with me. And then for those of you asking, what is a steamer? This is a steamer, okay? It has a canister on it that collects. You put water in there, okay? And it has a tank to add water. It heats up the water. It has a heating element in there. And then it comes out through here and steams the head. This is a dryer. All it has is a heat setting on it. And you sit under it and dry. All right, so let's go ahead and put this baby up. There we go. And now we are going to be under the dryer where I can answer any of your hair care questions that you might have. And you guys are welcome to sit here with me for the next 30 minutes and we'll talk about it. Where can I get a steamer? Angela, I have a video that I was talking about essential hair care tools that you should have at home on my channel. In the description box, I did put a link to a steamer and a dryer that you can use at home that I actually like. I have low porosity hair. How would you incorporate your new protein system on a regular routine? So Janelle, I'd say you do a protein no more than once every 4 to 6 weeks. Or if you have some type of situation where it's shedding like really, really bad, maybe you just took out a protective style, then at that point you can do a protein. I've been wearing braids for a while. What should I do to keep my hair healthy? Stop wearing the braids. I mean, honestly, there's nothing you can do in between the time that you have the braids. Outside of the braids, definitely hydration treatments, definitely a protein treatment before you put the braids back in. Definitely make sure you get your ends trimmed before you put the braids back in. And that's really your own line of defense. I'm located in Orlando. Probably not a good time. So if you say that it's probably not a good time, it's probably not. But I want to buy a lot of your product. I'm transitioning to natural and something straighten my hair. My goal is strength and growth. I have low porosity hair. What do I need? So for low porosity, you can either use Hydra Strength or Moisture ELT. Let me see what else you said in here. You're transitioning, so definitely the protein system is also going to be your best friend. If I were you, because you're transitioning, I'd use Hydra Strength for the transition until you do the big chop. And do the Hydra Strength shampoo, conditioner, because you'll use that on your own regimen anyway. And then you can do the protein treatment every so often, or ever so often. Postpartum shedding with protein help. It will help, but it won't stop the shedding, only because that is when the body is trying to reorganize itself. So it's an internal issue, but you can definitely help to save or work on the hair while it's going through the process. I'll be under the dryer for about 30 minutes. You can get the jumbo wraps from, sometimes Sally sells them, or any African American beauty supply. I had to think of how I said that. What's the best shampoo and conditioner for dry scalp? If your scalp is dry, it's not the shampoo and conditioner that you need. You need to start adding a little more hydration to your regimen. And then the hair repair and growth balm is going to be your best friend as well for a dry scalp. Hair oil is good for natural hair, yes. Let me go back. When molding hair, what causes it to wave up? The comb. What can I put on my hair to make it grow and keep it hydrated, since my relaxer took my hair out and made it thin? The hair repair and growth shampoo and conditioner is amazing for stuff of that nature. The Goddess serum is another absolutely amazing product for stuff of that nature. Definitely do some hot oil treatments using the Goddess serum or the growth elixir. I think that's probably it at this point. Saw changes already in growth 1 week from Boss Babe event after using products and letting hair. Is that possible? Can I be a then and now? Definitely, Cynthia. Send me a then and now photo. Will cold water after a wash block out a leave-in conditioner? Well, the goal of the leave-in conditioner is not to penetrate the actual cuticle, is to actually basically be the agent to help after the fact. So you do want to make sure that you close the cuticle with cold water, and the leave-in conditioner is a styling aid. It is not actually going to penetrate the cuticle. That's not the goal of it. It is actually to help protect that hair while you are around the free radicals, you're in the environment, that kind of thing. But that's all. Thank you, Val. My hair was doing so good at first, but now it's flat, limp, greasy, and I think some is breaking. So Hershey, you probably need to get a trim. You're using a product that is too heavy, and you need a protein. Should I do a protein treatment before sewing? That is absolutely, yes. How do you find out what your porosity? I have videos on porosity tests. Blessed up from Toronto, Canada. I have natural hair and thick, but my ends are really dry. Would a protein treatment help? If your ends are really dry, you need a trim first and then protein. I do not do keratin treatments. They weren't made for African American hair. They do more damage than good over time. What size flat iron do I use? I have a 3/10 of an inch. I have a 1 inch. I have a 2 inch. I have a 1.5 inch. I have 1 3/4 of an inch. I have a 1 1/4 of an inch. I have a lot. No problem, Sophia. Thank you, Janelle. Janelle says, FYI, your pomade is amazing. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I want to set an appointment for February 18th. That is actually on the site itself when you book. How often should hair be steamed and how long? Whenever needed, usually about 15 minutes. What can I do to make the middle come back? I have natural hair. I don't know. It depends on why it never broke. I don't know. You guys are being real vague today. You already know my response is going to be I don't know because I don't have enough information. Can I still use a scalp exfoliation treatment before the protein treatment? Absolutely. Absolutely. For low porosity hair, Cassandra, you can do either Hydra Strength or Moisture ELT. The iron I'm going to use today is 3/10 of an inch. They call it a pencil. Do you perform color or rinses on gray natural hair? I miss my dark brown hair. Can't wait to visit. Yes, Lisa, I do. Or Liza. What is the new scalp pomade meant for? It's a hair and scalp hair dress. It's like an oil, a hair grease. And guys, everybody that I'm giving options to in regards to product, use code YouTube and save 15%. Save yourself some chips, some ducats. I look like Daniel. I don't even know who that is. And I don't know if I want to look like anybody else. I keep being told, oh, you need to put on makeup. You need to put on makeup. Sweetheart, I am okay with my face. Not talking to you. Just vaguely that came to mind. I keep getting, oh, you should wear makeup. For what? I'm not going anywhere. If I'm going somewhere, I want to look like, oh, man, she really got all dolled up. Not when I'm just standing here. I just do my eyebrows and put some lashes on. I have no thoughts on rice water. That is dirty water that you are putting on your head to set protein. No. I have a whole live talking about that dirty water. Nope. I don't recommend shea butter on the hair, which is also something that we talk about at the Boss Babes event. Shea butter is not a good thing for the hair. It's great for the skin. For the hair, it's an The Edge Restore system is great for natural or relaxed hair. So this clearly tells me that my hair is already drying. So that means that I'm part bald head. I'm just gonna stick it here because I know what ends up happening. Thank you, SP Lawson. The only thing I have is a little hyperpigmentation in my cheekbones because I have a lot. I drink a lot of soda. Girl, I don't even have time in the day to wake up early, so I'm putting on a full face. I'll brush my eyebrows and put my serum on my eyebrows. As you guys can clearly see, eyebrows are nice and full. And then wash my face. I'm testing out Junie's CBD. His CBD face polish and toner on my face right now, and it's doing really good. I've been trying it out. Really soft. No goatee. 1 week ago, I did a trim, color, and silk press. The ends of the hair is dry. It depends on who trimmed it. And did they trim everything, or they just gave you a bare minimum? I'm natural. I do color my hair with demi-color. How often should you do a protein? I did hear you say this to do this before my color. It's a band-aid on the boo-boo once every 4 to 6 weeks. How often do I steam my hair? Very rarely, because I'm high porosity. I don't really need a lot of hydration. I might do it like once every 2-3 months. I don't need a lot. I can get moisture from just sitting under this dryer with a cap. Thank you, Carol. Aaron said I'm going to grab my comb and do nothing. That's the new it for right now. Grab your comb and do nothing. Put it back. Because people love to do that. The first thing they do, put a conditioner on, let's comb through it. That conditioner might not be meant for you to comb through it. Is it a particular time after you transition to do a big chop, or is it a personal decision? It is definitely a personal decision. Do Elite hair products help with growing back edges? Absolutely. Specifically, the edge repair system does. I am in Orlando, Florida. Hey. How much time I got left? I'm already aggravated with the dryer. I had a trim per your advice and my hair really grew. People noticed that my hair grew. Ow, 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 ow. Telling you guys, basic stuff. I'm all into simplistic hair care. Simplistic hair care. I'm telling you. 2 weeks ago, you got a relaxer, so you can do it between now and next week. In about 5 minutes, I'm going to take this off. So, let me get this. Hold on, I shouldn't be coming out of this dryer, you know. I need some lip gloss. My lips are just so dry. My lips are so dry. All right, back under the dryer I go. So we have a promotion coming up for Valentine's Day with our Elite Masket. The Elite Masket is the hair fibers for those of you who are thinning or balding and you want to cover that area temporarily, or if you don't even have a choice and you need to cover it. So the Elite Masket is the actual fiber, but for Valentine's Day weekend, we are running a promo where if you get the Elite Masket, you get the sealing spray with it for free. So it's like a buy one get one. So you get the sealing spray and the masket together for the same price. So it's a buy one get one promotion that's coming up. I might start it today. I might start it tomorrow or even next week. But I'm gonna start it. Your scalp is beginning to feel tight. You need to oil your scalp. What can you use when your hair is thinning on the top? It depends on why it's thinning. I purchased a hydration machine off of Amazon that you recommended when I watched your video for best results. Should you use the vent open or closed at the top? It really depends. I think that's more like if it's for comfort. If it's too much, then you open the vent. If it's not, then you can keep it closed. Me personally, I like the vent open. Yeah, I need hydration, but I don't need that much. How many times do I relax my hair? Well, I have a short cut, so my sides and back I do every 2 to 3 weeks. My top I might do like once every 8 to 10 weeks. Will my products ever be at Sally's? God's willing. They haven't contacted me yet, but I'm sure they're going to see. From all of you guys talking about my products, I'm sure they're going to be like, we need her in our stores. Get her in our stores. So you guys keep making suggestions to Sally's. Email them. Hey, Elite hair care products need to be on your shelves. Elite hair care products need to be on your shelves. What you just did is great. What you just did is great, but my hair is thin. Should I follow through the same way? Yep, you don't change anything that I just did. I am almost at 100,000 people. And yes, a huge sale is to come if I get to 100,000 people. As you guys know, my huge sales are usually between 50% and 60% off. So the moment I hit 100,000 people, I will be doing a 24-hour flash sale. I am only 900 subscribers away from hitting 100,000. Well, I'm probably at about 700 subscribers away from hitting 100,000 subscribers. So the moment I get there, I'm going all out for my YouTube family. Listen, I have literally, it would be less than a year if I hit 100,000 people. Less than 1 year. Yes. Let's see here. Faye, to send before and after pictures, send it to help@elitehaircareusa.com. And we would definitely love to get the before and afters so we can add them to our site. I can add them to my Instagram. And thank you guys so much once again for even sending the pictures. Or if you're not comfortable with pictures, if you could please leave a review under the products that you got and tell the world how you like them. That's how people know what works and what doesn't. And I know for you guys, when you were looking at our products, you wanted to know everybody else's input too. So please, if you guys can, please go and leave your reviews under the products that you purchased of how you like the product, what you didn't like, whatever. $6.99 now because I just subscribed and hit that bell. Thank you, Michelle. All right, so let's go back. Thank you, Bell. Thank you, girl. Is black castor oil good for natural hair? Black castor oil is good for everybody. It's good for your dog, your cat, your kitchen, all that. How is it that people claim the rice water works? I don't know. It's dirty water on your hair. It's dirty rice water. We wash the rice and throw the water out. You wash the rice and put it on your head. So you might as well just be it in a dirty water then, because that not really makes sense. Misha, I would say book a virtual consultation. I can tell you guys right now, the virtual consultation dates are, I am well into March now with appointment dates for virtual consults. So those appointments go really quickly. Yes, products do deliver to Canada and to the UK. What products do you recommend to make my hair fuller and grow a little faster? Nothing is going to allow it to grow a little faster. That's all dependent on what God gave you. How to make it fuller, it also depends on your texture. I could easily say, oh yeah, use this product, and use this product. But realistically, all of that is dependent on what you were given by the great Lord himself. From there, then you can move forward. If it's scarred on top, mask it is going to be your best friend. I'm having a problem with my hair thinning. As I get older, I'm in my 50s. I washed my hair yesterday. I'm using herbal treatments. It's growing very slowly. I need help. You need patience, Janine. You need patience, my love. Secondly, as you mature, your hair will change. So there's nothing that's going to stop it from changing. But patience is definitely needed. If you're using herbal treatments, how are you going to know if they're working? You can blow dry whenever you want. I'm all the way in New York and I need products. Where do you go? EliteHairCareUSA.com. I feel like all my moderators have abandoned me. Where are my moderators? Yes, you can get the products in the to the UK. I don't have anyone in the UK. I'm still looking for a UK distributor that has either a salon or a business that caters to hair care of some sort for me to have a UK distributor. What do you think of hair, skin, and nail gummies? They're good, but keep in mind that they have to put taste in there first. So that's very important. Keep in mind, it's not going to be the same strength as it would be if it was a capsule form. V. Jones, that's a question that I'm not going to answer. All my moderators just kind of like disappeared. I don't know what happened. Harriet might be at work. After you relax your hair, not to use a hand dryer. Is it best to use a hood dryer? Yep. Diffused heat is always best. I keep my ends clipped, but my hair is still thin and limp. Which of your products would you recommend? If it's fine textured, it's going to be limp. So it all depends on your styling. If it's fine textured like me, my hair goes very limp very quickly. That's why I always do a up style, because I know what things I need to make my hair look the way I want it to look. So if it's fine textured, it's going to always be limp. Even medium texture at some point will always be limp. You consider putting your hair in braids a protective style? That's what they say. Yep, you can use a hood dryer for anybody. Thank you, Faye. So I'm almost done. I'm going to give it about, what we at, 81:24. I'm going to give it 4 more minutes. When I get to 84 minutes, I'm out of this dryer. I don't care what nobody say and how dry it is. Do I offer continued education for hairstylists? I'm not registered to do continued education any longer. So no, but I mean, you definitely, if you want to take a class with me, you can, but you won't get any continued education hours. My relaxed hair is still shedding after trimming. You need a protein. Split ends, a trim. I was using shea butter for a long time now. Not why it's not doing the right thing. It's too heavy. I won't be coming to Dominica. Have you ever had clients who hair that will not die after it grew back from chemo? Yes, that's a hormonal change. Even pregnant women, their hair doesn't dye well. It doesn't color well. It's kind of like how the hormones are feeling at that moment. So yes, that's very possible. Would you say mango butter is okay for hair? I've never used it. What is it good for? How would you define a protective style? Nothing, because they're all, while they sound protective, they have an adverse reaction. What is the best way to dry transitioning hair? Diffused heat. I generally air dry my hair. Which one of your products is good for heat protective for styling? Our Goddess Frizz Tamer and Shine Serum. Coming to you late summer for a virgin relaxer. When will you come to Douglas, Georgia? I'm coming to Atlanta, Georgia on February 21st. Static hair, Frizz Tamer, and Shine Serum. I keep my styles for a week. Sometimes I do it twice a week. It's beautiful that you wrap your hair. I need to learn how to wrap my hair, please. I have videos. I even did it in this video, and I'll save this one. Can you put protein on a curly perm? Yes. Will you ever use PayPal? Absolutely not. And I'm going to tell you a reason why, Dawn. And this is for the business professionals out there, why I will not use PayPal. Unfortunately, clients like to use PayPal and abuse PayPal for a vendor. You get something, you might not like it for 5.5 seconds because you probably didn't do it right. The first thing you do is go to PayPal and want to dispute it and still keep your product and not be honest at the same time. I don't play them game there. I not run a charity business. I'd rather just give it away for free then. PayPal does not protect the merchant, it protects the client. And if I'm paying PayPal, you better protect me in some form, shape, or way. And that's just period. Not to hurt anybody's feelings, but PayPal will never, ever, 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 ever be one of my merchants. Ever. And I used PayPal for years. And even after using PayPal and paying them thousands and thousands in fees, they will give you their ass to kiss. The hell you're not? Nope. Nina, the coupon code is YouTube. YOUTUBE. All right. Me done. The dryer has claimed me for the. Listen. All right. So I'm going to put you guys here for a second. Let me pull my chair back. So we're going to use this baby today. So I'm going to be using 2 different products on my hair. I'll be using our Frizz Tamer and Shine Serum. And I'll also be using some spritz, which we are working on our line for our own spritz. So you guys will have that soon. And then I'm actually going to be using this baby here, which is my 3/10 of an inch pencil flat iron that I just got the replacement for after not being able to use it for months. And I was just sick. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug this baby in. I love this iron. I absolutely adore this iron. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull you guys right here in the corner so you can see me as I work. All right. I feel like I am extremely far from the mirror, but that's fine. So my front is not fully dry, so I'm going to just blow dry it a little bit. See how soft this hair is? How nice and fluffy? If you do your protein treatment right, nice and fluffy. You use a good wrap foam, nice and fluffy, okay? Look how shiny my hair is. And I have not put any product other than the wrap foam, the protein, and the Hydra Strength in my hair. You see this here? The code is YouTube. The code is YouTube to save 15% off. Yes, the shine is crazy, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So I'm going to let this heat up first because you need to always temper your iron when you get a new iron. You allow it to heat all the way up and burn off any type of protective coating that it has before you use it. So we're going to let that sit for another second while I prep the rest of my hair. And then I'm also going to be using the titanium 1-inch iron. Okay. And then let's get our comb. I guess I'll use this one. So first thing, ooh, no, this has product on it. All right. Just clean it off, whatever. I think I had some product on this comb. All right, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and get some Frizz Tamer and Shine Serum. Even though the hair already has a natural shine, I do still use a heat protectant. It's in my nature. I'm going to do 1 squirt of Frizz Tamer and Shine Serum. Okay. Hair feeling nice. Hair feeling nice. All right. After your protein, if you've done it right, your hair should feel nice and soft. Okay? My hair feels soft. If you guys can't see the softness and how fluffy it is, and I have fine textured hair, but my hair is in the best shape that it's ever been in my life at this point in life. For the last year to 2 years, my hair has been in the best shape that it could possibly be. And I continue cutting my hair off. I don't even have to be short. I choose to be short. All right, so we're going to go ahead and spray some spritz. Okay, Whenever I spray spritz, if I know that I'm going to do any type of curls, I'll comb through it to distribute it, because you don't want it to set in place and it becomes hard. Okay? I would never use PayPal, Dawn, so you can let that whole question go. Throw that question right in the trash, baby. All right, so I'm going to use my 1-inch iron first. Right. So what I'm doing right now is using the 1-inch iron. If you guys know me, my go-to style is it's flipped up. That's just my edginess. That's my choice of style. All right, so how you can tell if your iron's tempered, you won't smell that smell. It's like a new smell to it, so I'm gonna leave it on a little bit longer before I turn it down. Would I ever consider going natural? Absolutely not. No. I tried the going natural. It cost me more money than anything else. I meant your hair looks nice and silky. Thank you. Thank you, Diane. Can relaxed hair cause damage? Relaxer can cause damage, but people not combing and taking care of their hair can cause damage too. I have a relaxer, and I relax more often than anybody else. Clearly, my hair is not damaged in any form. You say yours has been so much more better, or so much better since watching my lives. See, I like hearing stuff like that. That makes me smile. Do you still shed after using a protein in your hair? You can have a little bit of shedding, because naturally the hair is going to shed 150 to 100 hairs in a day anyway. Now, excessive shedding, you shouldn't be. If you are, then you do another protein treatment about a week later, and you follow the same steps. All right. You know what? I'm going to bring you guys up a little bit more so you can see everything. There we go. Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. Oh, oh. I never seen anybody do that thing you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey, hey. And when it's done, I make you do it again. They say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. Never seen anybody do the things you do before. How often can I put heat on my hair without getting heat damage? You have to watch your hair to determine how often. Move for me, move for me, move for me, ay, ay. That's our new favorite song right now. It's called Dance Monkey. Does anyone know the name of the dryer that gave you the moisture? If you go to the video that I did before this video that talks about essential tools to have at home for hair care, I put the link in the description box. Okay, in the UK, the biggest black hair care distributor is called Beauty Queens. Oh, okay. It looks like I put a rinse in gosifier and I didn't put any type of rinse on my hair. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, eh, eh. What is that? Your videos just say hair care. No, they don't. I'm loving all my products I've purchased from you. My mother's hair is stronger and growing. She takes medicine that weakens her hair, and your products are wonderful. Thank you. I use the silk wash system and the heat balm and heat protection. My hair is so soft. I use it to dry before Elite products. I was a product junkie. Can a weekly press damage your hair? Possibly, yes. Eventually, that hair is going to go straight. So if you're doing a weekly press, at that point, you're more likely sounding like you're trying to heat train it. Thank you. Protein, guys. I'm telling you, our products. You guys see me use each and every one of our products on my hair. The only product that I don't use on my hair is the Mask It because I don't have anything that I need to mask. I use Mask It on my clients, though. Okay, are you going to curl or you're not going to curl? I'd probably say about 2 to 3 weeks for the question that was asking if you do the protein today. How long would you need to wait? I'd say about 2 to 3 weeks. But if you're doing a protein before a relaxer, you need to be doing it for a purpose, not just because. I flat iron my hair every single week, sometimes twice a week. Tashonda, you need to come out and come back in. If somebody can type that to her. It's probably your connection. All pricing is on the website. EliteHairCareUSA.com. Okay. So now is the time when I need to use my baby iron. But I still need to thin down the sides of my hair a little bit. It's still a little too full for my liking. Okay, so let me put this around my neck. You're welcome. This thing doesn't want to go around my neck. So here's what we're gonna do. I ain't got no patience. Ciao. Alright, so I'm going to clean off my sides just a little bit. Thank you, GC. All right. So we're going to use a smaller iron now. Oh, man, I forgot to do this part of my head. Hold that thought. No, the blade is fully open. All right, so now I'm going to use my small iron. Ooh, this baby is hot. Sorry, guys, I'm using you guys so I can see. Oh, yeah. Can't see. This is the hard part. Right here. It's not that easy. Trust me. It look easy. It look easy, but it ain't easy. Promise you that one. All right. Let me get my comb, which I think is in my bag. I thought it was in my bag. Hold on, guys. I'm looking for my comb. Where's my comb? I found it. All right, so I'm gonna spray a little bit of gloss on my hair. No, Tracy, I live in Orlando. So I'm gonna spray one side first. I spray it like this because I need it to be pliable enough for me to move it without it like being disturbed. And I need the light on this side of my head. So that's side one. Side two. This is my better side, by the way. Bless me. First timers for natural or relaxed hair. All right. I'm gonna take my diffuser. And I do not have any more of my Bronner Brothers spritz, so I'm gonna use some Pump It Up, which is not my fave, but here we go. So diffusing is basically, it takes the, instead of it going, when you put this on and you do it, it doesn't do it. That's what diffusing does. So that is how diffusing works. Thank you guys. So you guys got to be with me the entire day and watch me from beginning to end on how to do an actual protein treatment, how to hydrate the hair, how to moisturize the hair, how to foam wrap the hair, how to curl the hair. You guys got to see everything from start to finish. And I appreciate each and every one of you for staying on with me this long. We've been on here almost 2 hours. So you guys got to see everything from beginning to end. As I was saying, you can use code YouTube, YOUTUBE, to save 15% off your purchase on my website for all of my products that I used, excluding the Pump It Up and the Spritz. My website is elitehaircareusa.com. And once again, thank you guys for all your love and continued support. I am now officially under 700 people I need less than 700 people to subscribe to my channel for me to reach 100,000 subscribers. And at that point, I am going to do an amazing sale, like awesome sale, because I really appreciate each and every one of you guys for supporting my brand, supporting me as a whole. And you guys sit on here and you ask me questions and you just make me feel really, really special. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope it got some answers to your questions in regards to protein treatments, that kind of thing, because definitely you need it at home. And I'm making it easier for you to be able to do your care at home in between going to your stylist. because I know that sometimes you don't have the ability to get to a hairstylist. With that being said, the protein system is available on the site as we speak. Hydra Strength is available on the site as we speak. Okay, I got it. There we go. It's a little piece that just won't lay down. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.